All right, just want to do a quick mechanical walk around on the A4. I have not sent this one out for detail yet, and I have the wheels off to get some new tires since the tires were a little aged out. So this is the 1996. It's got 21,000 kilometers on it. This is your standard four-cylinder 1.8 turbo. It is a 96. We did not get these until 97. It's an early one with a multi-belt system for those that know, and it's a cable throttle one as well. So anyone that's into the 1.8Ts kind of knows what that means and how early it is. Looking at the initial stuff, no leaks, no worries. Subframe is in phenomenal shape for those B5 guys. You probably can't even find that hex if you're from Minnesota like I am. Everything's in good shape. It's got some fluid film. It's like the factory fluid film. It's not coming off or anything like that, so it looks a little bit dirty. That might get cleaned up in the detail. It might still be on there. Just some like road grime, things like that. But there's no active leaks or anything. I am doing the oil change at the moment, so it's going to have fresh oil change on it. You can see some of the wax pen marks from the factory still here in a lot of spots on this car. It's very clean. Going into the wheel wells here, front brakes are still hanging out good. I've got about 6 millimeters, 7 millimeters left on those. The rotors have just a little bit of oxidation. Car obviously has not gotten a ton of miles on it. I'm going to leave a lot of this mechanical stuff so that whoever buys it can fit it out how they want. I'm going to imagine whoever buys this has a certain vision, and I don't want to try to guess what that is. Same with the suspension. The suspension's in good shape. It's a little dusty. A lot of this is going to get cleaned up. You can see where I just wiped down the wheel well just to see what it looked like. All the factory undercoating is in fantastic shape. You can see, I mean, that was just a wet rag and a couple wipes. You can even see my fingers in there. So we'll get this thing all cleaned up here shortly. Going down the body here, you can see on the pinch weld, no issues, no concerns. A little bit of paint flake, like right where the jack point is. Other than that, little wax coming out of some of the pores here. And again, I think that's just the factory kind of wax oil stuff. Muffler's got some corrosion on it, or sorry, that's the resonator, as we'd expect to see for a 30-year-old car. Nothing that I'm worried about. Even like the heat shield up there is in really fantastic shape. Coming back to suspension and the subframe in the rear here. Again, fantastic shape. I haven't wiped this down. I haven't tried to clean this or do anything with it. Anybody that knows like what these jack points and everything normally look like and all the suspension points, that's in really phenomenal shape. Pads in the back sitting about 5 millimeters. And again, the rotors have some corrosion on it, and that's not something I'm going to address because I want to leave that for the next owner to decide how they want to handle that. If you're going to run it factory, you got plenty of life left on those too. Suspension up top, all those suspension points, all those bolts. A lot of these guys, the B5 guys, know what those typically look like up in Minnesota, like where I am especially. Little wax oil coming out of the frame rail, going back to the heat shield, same situation right there. And it looks wet, but it is completely hard and dry to the touch there. So back side of the muffler, again, a little bit of corrosion on some of the weld spots. More wax oil coming out of the spare tire well. Exhaust on the back, same thing. It's got some corrosion to it. Diff carrier's got some corrosion to it. This is probably like the worst bolt corrosion on the entire car. This isn't something I'm going to address. I'm going to sell it as such because this is something that, again, it wouldn't bother me. I'd leave it like that. It's factory original. There's no reason to touch it. But if somebody wants to really doll it up, you could take all this stuff off, either have it dry ice blasted or media blasted and put it all back together. No leaks, no concerns in the back of the car here. Going around to the right rear suspension. Some of the stuff you could really whinge about if you wanted to, like the parking brake cable's got some cracking to the coating on that. It still functions, it still works as it's supposed to, but you could whine about that if you wanted to. Again, it's a 30-year-old car at this point. Looking at the back side here, just want to show the frame rail. I'm going to stick the camera up behind the rear bumper so you can see a little bit of oxidation up there on the bumper bar itself, but you can see that rear apron is all in really good shape. No dents, it hasn't been hit. Let's see if I can get up here. Sorry, terrible camera work, but just wanted to show what it looks like back there. No rust, no rot, no damage, no concerns. It's got plastic tank, don't have to worry about that. Suspension on the right rear corner here. Very good shape, just dusty, dirty. Again, this has not been sent out for detail. I've not really cleaned it up or anything yet. I'm waiting until that appointment comes up. Coming down the pinch weld, I zoomed right past that. That was some more wax oil coming out of another body plug. Scooting along, everything's in good shape here. A little bit more wax oil, just on some of the plates and stuff. And again, it's completely dry to the touch. It's old, it's not doing anything. It just looks like it's wet. Up in the wheel well here, this is again the right front. We'll kind of come up to show it's dirty there. You can see that, but it's not chipped, it's not rotten, it's not causing any issues. Suspension points, you can even see how shiny the bottom of that top mount plate is. Brakes again, this side about 6-7 millimeters. Corrosion, again, I'm not going to be worried about that. Coming around, and we're back up to the engine bay. You see all the hardware, everything's in really good shape. So again, I'm really not going to do a whole lot of mechanical stuff to this because I know that the next person is going to have a certain vision for it, and I don't want to try to guess what that is. The timing belt, I'm not going to do. Again, some people are very opinionated on what they do with the timing belt, what brand they use, what rollers they use. I'm not going to try to play the guessing game on that. So I'm doing an oil change too. I'm going to put some new tires on it. I'm going to go through and basically make sure it's running and driving the best it can. I've got some factory Audi spark plugs to put in it. I'm going to do the stuff like that. That's very simple and easy, and there's not really a whole lot of issues with reversing it if they don't like the brands that I'm using. But for the rest of the stuff, I'm going to leave it how it is and let the next owner do what they want with it. There's not that many 21,000 kilometer, basically what, 13,500 miles on the thing. A4s sitting around here. So I'm going to give the next owner the choice of what they want to do with it. If they want to keep it factory original, if they want to have this as their complete platform to start from scratch on.